The JLR interview series.
Okay, it's just after 5 p.m. UK time and after 6 p.m. in Norway time, because today we have a very interesting guest with us on Jazz London Radio. His name is Børge Olsen, and he's here to talk about his new record. So how are you this afternoon?
Hey Laurie, I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So Børge has an album called Music in the Dark, and it's been released on Fresh Tea Records. It's his second album, and his first album was called Ultimate Fingers. So this is his second album, and also it's an album that you could find on freshtea.no, which I assume is for .norway, but freshtea.no, and also tigernet.no. And also it comes in LP and CD. You could buy either. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, it's always good to have LPs. I love LPs. We do the vinyl vaults here, so we love playing records. So maybe I should try to get a hold of that. So yeah, so the first question I have for you is, so the title is called Music in the Dark, and I just wanted to ask you, what was the idea behind this release? Is there any concept involved or anything like that?
I don't know. It's I just want to just want people to hear my music, you know. So it's I've been making a lot of music, and I want people to hear it. That's a big reason, maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, the reason I asked that question is because the title of the album and the track, you also got the title track on there, and it's a vocal track. So a lot of your album is instrumental music, more or less, but this one's a vocal track. So I thought there might have been some ideas that you had that you wanted to express.
Yeah, it's just it was an idea about this song. I actually made the song in 1982, actually.
1982?
Yeah, 1982.
Oh, okay.
And I had first I made an instrumental version, and then I called my friend Pete to join in with this vocal, and then we made this song, and then maybe now I was thinking maybe I should use this song again, and then I took the old recordings from the vocal and made a new version.
Oh, okay.
And so the vocal is from 82, and the guitar playing and everything else is from now.
Wow. So you combined the old and the new, more or less.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that quite easy, or was that difficult? Or?
No, because this was an old tape. Actually, it was a 4-track cassette.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4-track
cassette tapes, and it was not easy to get, but I managed. Yeah, I've been playing a long time and done a lot of different things. So I started in the 70s, doing playing in the nightclubs when I was very young, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm combining my life in the music. Everything I experienced, and that's what's coming out, I think. So it's a little bit different styles, moods.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, is it like you say what you just said? Is it that you spent like the last few decades playing lots of different styles, and this is kind of like a combination of different things you've been playing? I mean, what have you usually played? Because you run your own band as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you play like heavy metal, or was it thrash, or? Because I'm hearing all sorts of interesting like things in this record, like thrash and metal and jazz. I mean, it's incredible.
Yes. I started. It's so many things. It's going to take a long time to tell my life story. So when I was younger, I was playing. I started with rock and heavy rock with a band called Fever, and right after I was playing with the top 40 band.
Okay.
And playing all over the country, in Norway, all the nightclubs, and then I played jazz bands and big bands.
Really?
Yeah, but all the time I like to make own music. So I always like to compose. I was very interested in playing guitar, so in the beginning I didn't have a guitar, so I made my own guitar. And,
wow.
And then my father understood that, my parents understood that I really need a real guitar. And then it went pretty fast. And I was starting playing bands and concerts.
Yeah. So, I mean, is it difficult to make your own guitar?
It was very hard. Well, my dad helped me, but how can I explain this? It was just a piece of wood, and then, if you go out fishing, you have this nylon string.
Yeah.
With a crook. I used that for guitar strings.
Oh.
and box openers.
Yeah.
That was the tuners.
Wow.
And I have pictures of this guitar.
Well,
I don't have it anymore, but I have pictures.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, obviously very innovative.
That's how it
and
was.
Creative, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, what guitar did you get when you got your first guitar?
It was acoustic with steel strings.
So you got an acoustic guitar first up?
Yeah, and it was very thick strings and high action. So it was very hard, so I almost gave up.
Yeah.
But then my father, he fixed it. He fixed the bridge so the string was lower, so the action was lower. And then it was fun. Then, wow, and just some weeks later I could play guitar.
And what was the first electric guitar you got? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember what it was because I lost it.
Oh.
It was like a hollow body electric guitar, and then I got the Ibanez.
Oh yeah, Ibanez, yeah.
It's Paul Custom.
Yeah.
A black one. Yeah.
Yeah, Ibanez. I mean, Ibanez is a really big name for guitars, isn't it? Especially like that kind of fast sort of music as well. So,
I think I was only I started playing when I was 10 years old. So I get my Ibanez maybe I think I was 11.
Oh, okay, right.
11 or 12.
Okay. So yeah, so I mean, obviously you've been playing for a long time then.
Yeah.
And also, I was looking at some of the information about yourself, and it says that let me just get to it. Your technique on the guitar, so it's described as self-developed legato technique with a fast and precise picking technique, and but you also avoid tapping.
Yeah, you can't do everything, it was like a challenge to not tapping, I think.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the most out of my fingers before I start tapping.
Yeah, sure.
Approach to guitar. Yeah.
Well, yeah, tapping was kind of big for a while, wasn't it? Especially in the late 1980s and stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, so what it says, like, you develop your own legato technique. So, what, can you explain what that means?
Well, I don't know. I started just to do things I couldn't do, and then my finger is not that long, but I was like forcing my hands to do it, you know.
Yeah.
And it just after a while I could do things I couldn't do before, and I don't see many at that time that did that, but I was inspired by Alan Holdsworth. I was very inspired by him later in my career.
Mm-hmm.
But I already had that, this legato thing before I heard so many other guitar players.
Okay, so I mean, okay, so I would say, so it's kind of like you developed this technique. So like self-taught, would you say? Your self-taught? Yeah. You didn't like go to a music school or anything? Yeah, okay. So you didn't like go to a music school or anything? I mean, that's really the usual way to, like, especially in jazz or any kind of music, to become really innovative, is like to develop your own style, your own distinctive technique.
Yeah, and later I went to music school. I went to Berkeley.
Oh, okay, New York. Boston.
Music in Boston.
Yeah.
But, I didn't even know how to hold the pick. So I have this sharp in pick and I hold it the wrong way.
So I mean, okay. So you went to Berkeley. I mean, were there any like guitarists that we know today that you, or any musicians there that are prominent in the field today that you attended Berkeley with? Do you recall?
Can you ask that question again?
Sure. I mean, at Berkeley, was there any like other musicians that we know of today that you attended Berkeley with, that you played with at Berkeley?
The whole band, know Dream Theater?
Dream Theater, yeah.
Yeah, that was almost friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We went at the same time. The bass player used to hang out in my room, and
okay.
And he was listening to my tapes, my demo tapes.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And and then it was Living Color.
Oh, Living Color as well.
Yeah, there was students like me.
Oh.
And Dream Theater also, and then it was a lot of good teachers, like John Schofield.
John Schofield was teaching?
Yeah, it was like he was there a couple of weeks to teach.
Oh, I see, yeah, like freelance.
And
kind of.
also Chick Corea was there, do the same thing.
Yeah.
And he was playing with the students and concerts.
Wow, I mean, it sounds like an amazing experience.
Yeah, that was great.
How did the opportunity come up? Did you have to create the opportunity, or did you get an invitation? How's it work to end up at somewhere like Berkeley?
Well, it started with I had a band in Norway called the 4.5 Chicken. And my drummer, he wanted to go to Berkeley, but he didn't want to go alone, so he wanted to bring me. And I was like, nah, I don't know if I want to go. But then we decided to go together.
Wow.
And we sent demo tapes, and we got in, and we even got scholarship from Berkeley.
Wow.
So that was unbelievable, actually. So.
Yeah, no, it sounds it. I mean, it's amazing how many great musicians have passed through there.
Yeah.
So, So yeah, going back to your new release, Music in the Dark. So who are the musicians playing with you on this record?
Oh, I play everything.
Ah.
Bass, guitar, and keyboards, drums, and I have a vocal. I mean, the vocal track is I told you before. His name is Pete Basinger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very satisfied with his singing.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So, I mean, it's totally self-produced record in that respect.
Yeah.
So what about your influences then? I mean, you mentioned Alan Holdsworth. So he was. I was lucky to see him play in London. Alan Holdsworth, great guitarist. Are there any other guys or ladies who influenced you, sort of growing up, music-wise?
Yeah, it was many. It was like different periods. I mean, different times. Started with Black Sabbath and Santana, and then even a Swedish guitar player, Janne Schaffer.
I'm not familiar with that name, but yeah.
No, and Focus, Jan Ackerman.
Oh yeah, Ackerman, yeah.
Yeah, I love that music, and then it was Alan Holdsworth and Alviola.
Yeah, Alviola, yeah.
And John McLaughlin.
John McLaughlin, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, it's I think it's reflected in your album, because I can hear all these amazing different what's the word I'm looking for? Inspirations. There's so many different things going on. It's amazing, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I mean, Sabbath, and so on Santana, so it's incredible. So yeah,
and of course Jimi Hendrix.
Of course, Jimi Hendrix, yeah. So I mean, do you have a favourite out of all these guys, or if you were to choose one, who would be your favourite?
I can't say. Actually.
Yeah.
They are all good, so.
Yeah.
But they also like Jean-Luc Ponty.
Jean-Luc Ponty, he's one of my favourites.
Yeah,
I've seen him play in London. He doesn't come to London much, but I've seen him. Thank God. Yeah, I love him.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he is.
I wish I could play with him sometimes.
Yeah. Have you performed with him before? Or have you performed with him before?
No, but actually, I talked to him in Facebook, and they listened to my music and made a good comment.
Yeah. Well, that's always nice. It's a confidence boost, isn't it? When someone like that, yeah. So, well, yeah, marvelous. So again, I mean, obviously he's a violinist. So you hear lots of different things. You know, not just guitar players. Basically, is what you're saying. You hear different artists as well.
Chicory, piano, and synthesizers. I like a lot.
What about any other progressive rock bands like from the 70s and 80s? Are any of those ones that you like from that period, like Yes or Asia or any of those guys?
Yeah, I listen to it. Yes. I have to tell you, when I was in LA in 1990, I was playing on a record with Chris Squire.
Oh, really?
From the Yes, the bass player in Yes.
Wow.
And that was cool.
What record was that?
It was another artist. What's his name again? Roger Rogers or something. Yeah, Roger Rogers is in there.
Roger Rogers?
Yeah.
I'll make a note of that.
He was Elizabeth Taylor's private piano player in when she had these big parties.
Right.
He told me. And I just met him and actually, and he heard me play, and then he wanted me to play on his record, and then Chris Squire joined in too.
Wow.
So much happening in 1990 was it happened a lot. I was there 1 year and it happened so much.
Yeah, 1990 there was a lot of great music came out that year actually, especially in that kind of music style. You know, people like Frank and Barley and obviously Tribal Tech, Scott Henderson. There was a lot of interesting things from that period. So yeah, it was a good era, definitely. And just to ask you now then, so you're based in Norway all the time now? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So do you tour like around Europe? How does it work for you?
Yeah, I've done a lot of touring. Some years ago I had a band called X3.
Mm-hmm.
And we was playing in Verona in Italy and Torino, and in Germany we played, and then we went to LA and we even played a NAMM show 2 times.
Where, sorry?
We played a NAMM show.
Where's that?
NAMM, you know NAMM?
NAMM?
It's like a music, big music.
Is it a festival? You mean?
It's more like for the just music stores.
Oh, I see. Okay,
with
yeah.
New instruments and things like that.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
And we have like what do you call it? We was playing there for.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like a convention or something like that.
Yeah. Like clinics.
A clinic, yeah. A convention, a clinic, yeah. That's the word, yeah. So you've done a lot of things, and you know, obviously with the pandemic at the moment, I mean, obviously it's difficult to do anything. But what's the situation in Norway right now? Are you able to play at all to a reduced audience? Because I mean, over here in Britain, we're on lockdown, so there's virtually nothing happening. No clubs are open or anything. What's the situation in Norway at the moment?
It's very sad actually. Nothing. You can play.
Okay.
So it's a good time to just make records though. But I want to play out, play concepts. And it's been a long time now. It's like it's more than a year now.
Yeah. So I mean, are you gonna like? I mean, obviously you've released the record I think a week ago. So I mean, are there any plans, or you just literally have to wait now and see what happens? You can't make any plans at the moment to tour or anything like that.
Yeah, I just have to wait now. I just hope it's gonna open again. So
yeah,
that's not good.
No, but it's not.
That's
Well, we just have to wait now, don't we? It's
yeah.
But as you said, there's been a lot of really great music. That's the strange thing of the last year. So much good music has been released. So I say people just have to keep releasing the music, and then you can just listen to it at home and just have to dance at home to the music.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Well, thanks for the interview with Chancellor. That was an interesting interview. Look forward to playing your music a lot more on the station, and just say good luck with it, and hopefully you'll get to be able to tour the album. Play this music live, because it's the sort of music that is worth watching live. That's for sure, no question about that.
Yeah, have a band ready for live concerts. So
Yeah. Okay.
looking forward to do that.
Okay. Well, and also, if you ever come to Britain to play, just let us know. Yeah, I'll be interested to come and check you out. So if the opportunity ever arises, let us know.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
No worries. All right. Well, thanks for the interview.
Thanks, Laurie.
Okay. Thanks.
Things are getting strange around here. Nothing is no longer like it used to be. Took a hand, tried to understand. I wasn't being left on my own again. Some say that music in the dark doesn't turn the clouds on. The lights are going down. The same old boring town. Some things you can't deny. You must have been around before. And I open up the window and I let the music out. Some say that's music in the dark. I'm so sure you must have been around before. The streets where no one walks, the homes where nobody talks. Evacuate the neighborhood. Rehearse the band once more, that's what you should. So turn up that music and blow those windows out. Some say that's music in the dark. I'm so sure you must have been around before.
The JLR Interview Series.